welcome back to Tight Lining Maryland. I am definitely in Maryland today, and I want to again just thank all the people that have been subscribing. I now you know, not only have gotten to 100 subscribers, but I'm slightly over. So again, thank you for all the people watching. I appreciate the feedback and the comments that you left for the giveaway. I'm gonna get that out within the next couple days. I said I wanted to give people about a week, but I am out in the Catoctin mountains of western, well, semi-western Maryland, and I'm going to fish a couple different streams here today and try to chase down some brook trout, some wild brown trout, and maybe even some stocked fish. But very excited. I got a good day playing with my buddy Eric. We're gonna hit some local streams in this area and get into some fish. I did some tying last night, so I have some tungsten surveyors, I've got some tungsten torpedoes, I've got some moth flies, hare's ears. It's gonna be a good day, and just eager to get out on the streams. But the point is, I'm gonna fish probably about 3 different streams, so I'm just gonna say that I'm in the Catoctins without necessarily saying where I'm at, because it's just, I'll be all over. So hopefully today we get into, you know, all 3 kinds of trout. But the biggest thing that, obviously, if you're fishing, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The biggest problem with this time of year, which is a gift and a curse, the leaves are starting to fall. Like, I think I might have just followed one to the stream that you might have seen. So the issue here is that I like to nymph, and because of the fact that I like to nymph and tight line, that means I'm going to get snagged a lot, and I'm going to think I'm getting hits, but the reality is they're just leaves, because I can already see them churning in the waters. Got our first leaf of the stream. There we go. Okay, we got a brown leaf. I would say it's above average. Good colors. You know, sizable. I mean, for this part of Maryland, it's a good leaf. So get him back in the stream. There he goes. So anyway, thanks for tuning back in. We're gonna get started, and hopefully you enjoy the video. So look forward to putting out some good stuff for you here today. Damn. Alright, so one took the mop. 3rd fish of the day, but only the first one to net. Missed a bunch so far today, but man, look at the spots on him. Beautiful wild brownie. Colored up. There he goes. Oh. That's because it does. Oh. Another wild brown. And the hook is out. Doesn't quite have the magenta of the last one, but beautiful fish. A little bit bigger too, and he is ready to go back. There we go. Hi, he's got pretty good colors. Tails beautiful, the white tips. There we go. Good color, but thin. Yeah. Thin, 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 thin. Long and lean.
Yeah, the one I called wasn't very chunky either. I always like those rainbows with like really good spots. Need this kind of have like dots.
Uh-huh. I don't know where this hook is. There it is. Alright, sir. Woo! You need to eat. Sorry that when you went to eat, I... Tough one. So I am fishing an area that I've never fished before. I am underneath of a bridge of a main highway, no less. Eric's gonna take a shot down there, which I really think looks promising. And I'm gonna take up here and we're gonna see what happens. All right, so just looking ahead, I see some of the best water from this stream I've seen so far. So we're gonna give this a shot. Hopefully it pans out. I need a little bit more of a tuck cast. Get that fly down, there we go. Holy moly, look at this. I was told I would not be disappointed, and I'll be honest, I am not disappointed. Look at this brownie. A wild, fat brown from an unknown stream that most people drive by, most people drive over. This is pretty epic. So let's get this guy off. He inhaled my tungsten surveyor, just absolutely crushed it. So I'm gonna need to get my pliers out of my bag, which I don't often need because usually I get light takes, and the fish just don't gorge the fly. You know, he's not huge, but he's a solid 12-inch wild fish, and he is fat. And he is now free. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Let's get him back. So that's interesting that I got that fish. Number one, man, YouTube is a great thing. I'm really blessed that I started this and was able to get a GoPro. I love fishing, but the community of YouTube has just been absolutely great, phenomenal. And with that said, just missed another one. I was just getting ready to switch from this kind of long mono rig system over to a dry dropper, because of the fact that I feel like my system is a little long right now in the tooth. I feel like I'm almost too deep, and I'm in a small stream that's basically just little pockets of water. But man, what a tip to stop at this point. You didn't mention the trees though. Nobody told me about the trees. That's on me. All right, so I'm gonna stop the video there in an effort to get this out and figure out what I want to do with my rig, because it's shallow water. You're talking it's a foot and a half deep. I think a dry dropper would be perfect. Let them either come up and smack an October caddis or drop like a tungsten surveyor like that fish just took right off the bottom. But sitting in this foot and a half of water, he just absolutely annihilated that surveyor. So great start to this little stream. Hopefully Eric's having some luck. I'll have to check in with him soon, but he'll be ecstatic if he got one like that. So thank you again to YouTube and the people that follow this channel, man. This is great. Oh, man, look at this. Hope I land them. This is a beautiful, colored up, buttery brownie. Oh, and they are jumping like crazy in this stream today. Woo! Look at this, man. Look at this. This is why you fish. Hooks out, brown trout in the net. Small little thin water, maybe a foot and, I don't even want to call it a foot and a half. That's being generous. Look at this. Lovely. Just such a beautiful fish, man. I don't know if you don't like fly fishing and catching trout, specifically wild trout. I don't know what's wrong with you. I really don't. You know, to each their own, but if you like fishing, this is the pinnacle in my opinion. I mean, look at that. Just stunning. Let's get him back. Again, that surveyor, man, it's giving them work. It is giving them work. So we're up to 2 fish. They are the biggest browns that I've gotten, generally speaking, in the Catoctins. Just on a tiny little gem of a stream. Very underfished, I'm sure. You know, that's what's great about these mountains. And Frederick County, to be very honest, you know, this is something that anybody could find. I am lucky that a subscriber kind of put me on it. But the reality is, Frederick County has a map of all wild trout streams, and I wish Baltimore County had something similar. And if anybody knows anything about it, you know, please get in contact with me, because I've seen the brook trout map of Baltimore County, and I fished it a little bit. Just missed a hit right there. I fished the brook trout stream map a little bit, but it was really hard to fish, and the streams were tiny. I mean, this is perfect. But Frederick County puts out a map of all the brook, brown, and mixed streams that are out there, and I've seen it. Now I'll be honest, I hadn't paid attention to this stream, so I might have overlooked it. But ooh, sliding around. The reality is, this stream is just chock full of sizable browns from what I can tell. And I've been lucky enough to get into a couple, and I think there's another one laying up by this rock. Ooh, a little bit nicer fish. A slight little take, hook's already out. Oh, nice buttery brown. Nice and yellow, colored up. So, pretty, small, but a fish. There's 3 brown trout here in this Catoctin mountain stream. So, still looking for that elusive brook trout though. I don't know if I'm gonna get it out of this stream. The next one, it's gonna happen. The next stream, I will get a brookie. Mark my words. Otherwise, your money back. But then again, this channel's free, so doesn't matter. A little higher up. All right, and then get to the left side of it. Nothing. Get a little bit further on that side now in the softer current. This poor guy. All right, he's gone. We're gonna leave him alone. I don't want to step on him, so I'm gonna get out of the water. But yeah, just to talk just briefly about that fish in this spot. Although again, don't want to step on the fish. I fished the primary lie. I would argue that that's probably, as some might call it, summer water. It's a little quicker. It is November, so you know, fishing the faster current right now, the fish don't always sit in. You'll notice that then I casted to that side in the slower current where there's just one feeding lane, and he was sitting right there, took right on that spot off of the main feeder current. Might be another one on that side. It's a little slower, a little softer. Let it drift through. And nothing. There we go. Ooh, this brownie took the dry. Got me all tangled, I tell you that much. There we go. He took the dry. That's the first one today. First fish of the day on this simulator. Okay. Tiny, small little brown, but hey, can't beat that. Let's hit it with the magic sauce, the shaker. Where is it? Hope it didn't fall out of my bag. That would be a big disappointment. There it is. Okay, if you don't already have some of this high float shake and bake, I guess you could call it, you know, or the magic powder, you know, whatever you want to nickname it, it really doesn't matter. But man, is it critical out on a stream. Just hit it real hard, couple shakes, pop it out, brand new, just like you hit it with floating before your trip started. Pretty cool. There we go.
Ready?
Yeah. So better for sure. Yep, very colored up, great spots. Back he goes. Slide up. Go. Oh, he just took under the tungsten torpedo, or excuse me, the surveyor. So another pretty Catoctin mountain brookie, and I think that is going to be how we wrap up today. Unfortunately, Yeah, there we go. So, great colors, beautiful fish. And back he goes.